Welcome to the second part of my video where I'm making an Independence Day outfit for my son. In this video, I will be working on the inner shirt, which is the senator style design. I started by laying out my pattern and drawing lines just to make the edges smooth and even. Making this senator style shirt was quite easy, and yeah, there are differences between making a male shirt versus making a female shirt. A male shirt is just straight, like straight up, nothing technical. While the female, you have to put the waist, cinch the waist, and also create the figure eights. It's just gonna be really shapy. Why for the men is just straight down. It's just similar to making a male shirt for myself. I think I've done something like that. Everything just goes straight. There's no cinching the waist or creating any waist. Anyway, I'm not going to go into details about his measurement. I have his measurement. I'm just going to show you how the pattern has been created. The first step was making the length. I originally planned to cut out the pattern paper to make it more manageable. I just left it that way. I marked the neck, making it slightly higher than usual because I'm using a bishop collar. I drew both the front and back neck curve using a single pattern for both. Like I said, I'm not going to bother myself by creating another pattern, the back pattern, so I'm using just one single pattern. Then I proceeded to mark the armhole. I marked the back width, adding a little extra because my son has a broad shoulder. After that, I drew the slant line. Then I created a curve, the armhole curve. Now for the width of the entire senator style dress, I marked his chest. His chest is the fullest part of his body. So from there, I drew a straight line down to the length of the shirt, and don't also forget that there's gonna be a side slit on there. So yeah, this is just basically it, as simple as ABCD. Just create the neck, create the know the body width, and yeah, voila, that is it. Create another pattern. I cut it out, then I went ahead to cut the fabric. I used the same pattern for both the front and the back. I already created a placard for the center front neck. I found a helpful video on Pinterest, although I know how to create the placard, but the method I know was longer and stressful, so I decided to follow this method. It worked perfectly while sewing, but it now became technical to fold it. Gosh, I was so scared. I thought it was going to go bad, but no. So yeah, this part was a bit technical, folding it. So eventually when I got the fold, I had to do a stop stitch but then it was a bit bulky, so I had to use a bigger size needle to sew on it. At this stage, sewing became a race to the finish line. I quickly pin stitched the shoulders, attached the sleeves, and sewed the side seams, leaving the opening for the sleeves. Next, I locked and hand stitched the bottom of the sleeve because I didn't want the stitch rope to show on the other side, so I did a hand stitch for both the sleeve and also to hem the fabric. So I used hand stitch to hem the sleeve as well as hem the fabric. I was really slow in doing it because I didn't want the stitch to show in front. Next, was creating the bishop collar. I measured the neck, both front and back, and proceeded to draft in the collar pattern. I only made the stand, not the fold, and I have demonstrated this process in previous videos, so I'm just going to put that on the screen. After drafting the collar, I cut it out and cut the fabric. And the collar stand is ready to attach. I pin and stitch the top part, then press it before attaching the bottom part to the neckline of the shirt. I stitched around the neck twice. First stitch it, fold it and stitch again. The final step was creating the buttonhole and inserting the button, and that's it. Thank you so much for watching. Please don't forget to subscribe and stay tuned to see how I made my Independence Day dress as well as my daughter. So I have 3 more videos to post, so stay tuned and don't forget to subscribe. Peace out.